Pop-up books are really special. About 200 to 300 pop-up books are published each year in the English language. A pop-up book, or a movable book, sometimes they're referred to as movable books as well, have elements in them that are interactive. Something pops up, you pull a flap and another thing appears. There's some interactivity involved. It's not a passive process. The concept goes back to about the 13th century. It was not made for children. Children's pop-up books didn't come around until the late 1770s. But in the 13th century, they would use volvels, a disc that rotates. That's a volvel. Scientists would use that to help illustrate their medical book, their astronomy book. They were used in scholarly books, but not in books for children. Pop-up books became more popular in the 18th century and on into the 19th century. This is by an artist called Ernest Nister, and it's At the Seashore. So this is a reproduction of a very early pop-up book. Pop-up books in the United States didn't really develop seriously until about the 1950s, 1960s. By the 50s and 60s, you had graphic artists, illustrators that were getting interested in interactive types of books. By the mid-1970s, Hallmark had purchased a publisher that was doing pop-up books, and so they started putting out pop-up books as well. Our library has a collection of about 170 pop-up books. The bulk of our collection came from a donation. A woman had collected pop-up books for years on all kinds of subjects like art, music, dinosaurs, animals, historic places, and fairy tales. When she passed away, the family donated the collection to the library. We still collect pop-up books because our patrons love them, and because in special collections we can provide a safe and secure home for them so they don't get damaged. When looking for pop-up books to add to our collection, I look at a variety of factors. Different subject matter, how the books are put together, how eye-catching they are, and how elaborate they are. What I'm really looking for is something that appeals to all ages, because adults enjoy them too. It's a lot of fun when parents and grandparents bring kids in to look at these together. So we want to make sure we have a little bit of something for everyone. Stephen Johnson is a local artist from Lawrence. Stephen Johnson's books, while they're in our pop-up collection, are probably more accurately called movable books. He has different elements in the book that can be removed, and as you go through the book, it helps to tell the story. These books are very interactive. Basically, a pop-up book is interactive, so these would fit in with that idea. This is a pop-up book by David Carter, and it's actually a game. It's designed for you to work through the book, finding a red dot in each stage.
There's your red dot.
Our red dot
It's right there.
Our pop-up books are very special because they engage children in learning in different ways. You can see how something like this would really appeal to children and could get them interested in topics maybe they weren't interested in before. They can open these and close these by themselves. They get kids to see what can be done with paper. Books like this are very useful for children too. You can interest them in learning their ABCs. While they're doing that, they're learning that paper doesn't need to be flat. These can be paper sculptures. They can see movement and mechanics in paper. One thing transforming into something else. They allow children and adults to work together to solve a problem. Going through your letters, learning your ABCs, but you have to be able to open the pages and use a little imagination to see how the letters form. So not only are these good for children, they engage adults too and give learning opportunities that might not be there otherwise in a two-dimensional book. Our pop-up books are located in the Topeka room on the second floor. We have them in special collections because they are fragile and are easily damaged, but you're welcome to come up anytime. They're all in the catalog. Look up a title, come up, ask for it, and a staff person will come bring it out and show it to you.